Hi champs, and welcome to another Johnny Hard video. Obsidian Entertainment has a long-standing reputation for delivering exceptional RPGs, with Pillars of Eternity and The Outer Worlds standing as major milestones in the genre. Their expertise in crafting engaging narratives, intricate worlds, and meaningful player choices has won them a dedicated fan base. Now, with Avowed, Obsidian is taking a bold step into new territory, a first-person RPG set in the same universe as Pillars of Eternity. The question on everyone's mind, does Avowed live up to the legacy Obsidian has built, or does it fall short in a crowded RPG market? In this comprehensive review, we'll dive into the game's story, world building, gameplay, visuals, technical performance, and more, to determine if this highly anticipated title is worth your time. Let's start with the world of Avowed, which, for those familiar with Pillars of Eternity, will feel immediately recognizable yet fresh. Set in the expansive and lore-rich Eora universe, Avowed introduces players to a region called Aer Glanfath. This is a land of ancient mysteries, magical wonders, and political intrigue, and it's one that Obsidian has been building for years. Fans of Pillars of Eternity will be thrilled to return to this world, but they'll also encounter new areas, new cultures, and a renewed focus on exploration and discovery. The story of Avowed is one of grand stakes and personal choices. Players assume the role of an adventurer who becomes embroiled in a conflict that threatens to tear apart the very fabric of the Empire. The Empire is on the brink of collapse, with its decline linked to dark forces and long-forgotten secrets. As the protagonist, your journey will involve uncovering hidden truths, navigating political alliances, and making morally complex choices that will have far-reaching consequences for the world around you. One of the most exciting aspects of Avowed is Obsidian's commitment to a richly detailed and immersive narrative. They've always excelled at writing complex characters and weaving deep, multi-layered stories, and based on what we've seen so far, Avowed promises to be no exception. The world building is dense and atmospheric, with a history that feels alive. Where ancient gods still walk among mortals, dark magic is ever present, and the choices you make will not only shape your character but the fate of the entire region. However, it's important to note that while the foundations are solid, we haven't yet seen the full breadth of Avowed's narrative. The trailers and early reveals have given us a taste of what's to come, but it remains to be seen how the story will unfold over the course of the game. Will it match the depth and emotional impact of Pillars of Eternity? Only time will tell. The shift from the top-down perspective of Pillars of Eternity to a first-person viewpoint in Avowed is a significant one. The decision to change perspective feels like a bold move, but it's also one that promises to open up new possibilities for combat, exploration, and immersion. In a first-person RPG, every interaction with the world feels more personal. Whether you're uncovering hidden secrets, battling monstrous enemies, or engaging in conversation with NPCs, the perspective shifts the experience from a distant observer to an active participant in the world around you. Combat in Avowed is a hybrid of real-time action and tactical decision-making, giving players a dynamic and engaging experience. You'll wield a variety of weapons, from swords to bows, and cast powerful spells in fast-paced, fluid combat. The magic system in Avowed is one of its standout features. Not only can you unleash elemental spells like fire and ice, but you can also combine different magical elements to create new, unique effects. This system provides a level of freedom and flexibility in combat that is sure to appeal to fans of Obsidian's previous titles. What stands out in Avowed is the deep character progression and customization options. Much like Pillars of Eternity and The Outer Worlds, Avowed allows players to shape their character according to their preferred playstyle. Whether you prefer a stealthy approach, direct combat, or spellcasting, you'll have access to an array of skills, abilities, and perks to tailor your character's growth. This opens up a world of possibilities for replayability, as you can experiment with different builds and strategies to overcome challenges in unique ways. Exploration is also a key element of Avowed, and with its first-person perspective, it feels more engaging than ever. The world is filled with hidden areas, secret dungeons, and plenty of side quests to uncover. Every nook and cranny promises new discoveries, whether that's a cryptic piece of lore or a challenging encounter. The environment feels alive, and the attention to detail is clear. Whether you're wandering through a bustling city or trekking through untamed forests, there's always something new to experience. As you journey through the world of Avowed, you'll encounter a host of memorable characters and factions, each with their own agendas, motives, and stories to tell. The game promises to offer a robust dialogue system, where the choices you make can have a meaningful impact on the world and the people you interact with. The narrative is designed to be shaped by your decisions, allowing for a highly personalized experience. Visually, Avowed aims to create a stunning and immersive world. While Obsidian isn't going for the hyper-realistic look seen in some AAA titles, the game's graphical fidelity is still impressive. The first-person perspective makes it easy to appreciate the fine details of the world. Whether it's the ornate architecture of a long-forgotten temple, the sun-dappled leaves of an ancient forest, or the eerie glow of magic in dark caverns. The lighting, textures, and environmental effects work together to create an atmosphere that feels both immersive and believable. The audio design in Avowed also deserves special mention. While we don't yet know all the details about the game's soundtrack, Obsidian's track record in this area is exemplary. Expect sweeping orchestral scores that enhance the emotional weight of the game's story and combat. Additionally, the sound effects, from the clash of steel to the crackle of magic, will further immerse you in the world. The game also features voice acting, which Obsidian has historically excelled at, and based on early footage, it seems that the performances are shaping up to be top-notch. In terms of technical performance, Avowed is still in development, and it's difficult to assess its final state at this time. What we've seen in terms of early footage looks promising, with smooth animations, detailed environments, and engaging combat sequences. However, RPGs of this scale often come with technical challenges, especially when it comes to optimization and bugs. The first-person perspective also means that the game's performance will be particularly important, as immersion can easily be broken by frame rate drops or stuttering. Avowed is being developed for PC and next-gen consoles, and while it's still too early to judge its performance on different systems, it's worth noting that Obsidian has a solid history of post-launch support for their games. After the release of The Outer Worlds and Pillars of Eternity, Obsidian continued to improve the games with updates and patches, and it's likely that Avowed will follow the same path. If any issues arise post-launch, Obsidian is known for actively addressing them. Replayability is one of the hallmarks of Obsidian's RPGs, and Avowed looks like it will continue that tradition. The game's vast world is full of secrets, side quests, and hidden locations that can keep you busy for hours after the main story is finished. With multiple ways to approach combat and story decisions, no two playthroughs will be exactly the same. Additionally, the game is likely to have multiple endings depending on the choices you make, further enhancing replayability. For lore enthusiasts, Avowed promises to be a treasure trove of hidden knowledge and backstory. From books to NPC interactions, you'll be able to uncover details about the world, its history, and its many factions. This deep dive into the game's lore will give players plenty of reasons to return, even after completing the main narrative. So, is Avowed worth your time and money? In short, yes, but with some caveats. There's no doubt that the game has immense potential. The world building is rich, the gameplay is dynamic, and the narrative promises to be engaging. Obsidian has proven time and again that they know how to craft a compelling RPG, and based on what we've seen so far, Avowed is shaping up to be another strong entry in their portfolio. However, there are still unanswered questions. We haven't seen enough gameplay to fully assess how well the first-person perspective translates to the experience. Additionally, while the game looks great, we're still unsure how it will perform on different platforms, or whether any technical issues will arise after launch. The game also has a lot to live up to, considering the high standards set by Pillars of Eternity. For RPG fans, particularly those who enjoy Obsidian's previous work, Avowed looks like a game worth checking out. But if you're the type of player who demands a flawless experience right out of the gate, you may want to wait a bit longer to see how the game fares post-launch. I'll rate it 7 out of 10. Let me know in the comments if you're excited for Avowed, or if you're waiting to see how things turn out post-launch. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more in-depth reviews and gaming news. See you in the next Johnny Hard video, and remember to get hard and stay hard.